Howdy folks, and I hope you are laughing at the superior intellect wherever you are in collecting land, and welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. So, was it late yesterday? Was it early today? I suppose that all depends on whereabouts you are on planet Earth. EXO-6 dropped this one on us, and it is none other than the highly anticipated Dr. Leonard McCoy from the 1992 classic Nicholas Meyer directed Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, still one of Mr. Go Figure's favourite Star Trek movies of all time. Regulars to the channel will know I am a huge fan of EXO-6 and what they're doing with the Star Trek IP. I tend to limit myself a little bit to the original series figures and the original movie figures simply because there are so many out there. But in dribs and drabs, they are giving us the bridge crew of the Enterprise from the Wrath of Khan. This is the follow-up to last year's Savick that they gave us, the Kirstie Alley figure. Full review for that up on the channel. So yeah, I've got to say, super excited for this one. The more Wrath of Khan figures, the better. But before we dive in and take a look at the photos, I'd like to send a Genesis-sized shout out to everybody who supported the channel. And please drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale reviews, previews, tours, showcases, news, grail or fail, and all that other good 1/6 scale stuff that we've got coming up. So without further ado, let's dive in and have a look at the pictures. Now, worthy of mention as well at this point, as with the Savick figure, they're giving us two versions here, EXO-6. They're giving us the Kobayashi Maru version, and they're giving us the regular one version. And the only real difference I can see between the two is the away jacket, the away team jacket, and that pretty much seems to be the only thing that separates them. But we'll take a look at the Kobayashi Maru version first. First impressions, I've got to say, very, very good. We're going to talk about this head sculpt. We'll get to that, but we'll talk about the other things first. Scale, proportions, uniform, they look all on point, and EXO-6 are living up to their reputation as far as those things go, and giving us real quality and real screen accuracy. You've got that monster maroon coloured uniform that is synonymous now with the Wrath of Khan, and the detailing looks absolutely excellent. We've got some small inlay shots here of the collar and the flash over the shoulder there, the flash around the wrist, the belt, the insignia on the chest there. It looks like we've got quite a limited amount of swap out hands here. It looks like we've only got the 4 hands there. I will probably, I'm going to make an assumption here that that's actually 6 and you're getting 3 pairs because you've got this open pair on the figure as well. But overall, first impressions, that uniform looks nailed on. On to the next. Now we are getting close. We've got that sort of head and shoulders shot going on there. Yes, uniform, nailed on as far as I can see. I know Nanjin Tam over at EXO-6 is a stickler, as I've mentioned on numerous occasions, for getting the right colour and the right type of material in these uniforms. And I have always found the stitch work and the finish to be impeccable, and it looks perfect here with that sort of... And this is an interesting one actually, the shirt and the flash on the shoulder here. Depending on what you're watching the movie on, and I've mentioned this before numerous times on the channel, if you're watching it on an old VHS or you're streaming it or 4K or Blu-ray or whatever it might be, this can sort of change colour. In some stills it's brown, in others it's a sort of grey, but I'm going to take Nanjin's word for it that it's sort of this grey with a hint of green going on in there, and it looks absolutely spot on. Worthy of mention as well at this point, I will be dropping some photos in the top left-hand corner, so you can do your own comparisons regarding this head sculpt. We've got to talk about this head sculpt because it varies, I've got to say. This is only the second time I've seen these photos, and I know this is causing ripples out there, shall we say, in the EXO-6 collecting community about this head sculpt. Now, in this shot, I think it looks very, very good indeed. I think they've captured DeForest Kelly's likeness very, very well indeed. You've got that greying at the temples there. The hair looks the right style. Is it 100%? No, but what head sculpt is. But it seems to have pretty much caught the spirit of Bones there. You've got the bags under the eyes, the slightly raised eyebrow. Obviously, and I'm going to say this from the get-go, this guy is not the easiest person to sculpt in 1/6 scale. He's got a very unique face. The cast were aging at this point. The older a person is, the harder I think it is to capture them, capture their likeness in 1/6 scale. But I think in this photo, at least, anyway, they've done a pretty good job. However, that may not be the case in some of the other photos I've seen. Let's zip on. We've got this full-length shot now, so we can see the uniform and the proportions. And as I mentioned before, uniform proportions look excellent to me. The materials that are going to be used in that uniform, I spot on as far as I can tell. I have yet to have one where it isn't. You've got those boots with the sort of bell bottoms going on. You've got to remember here the age of this of the film itself. You've got that flash down the side of the pants. All present and correct as far as proportions and screen accuracy in that uniform. We're quite a distance away from that head sculpt here, excuse me. So getting, yeah, from this distance at least, it looks pretty good. On to the next. It's the detailing shot. We've got a shot of the belt there. Collectors of EXO-6 will know the quality that we're looking at here. You've got the Starfleet insignia in the center of the belt there, which is screen accurate. Once again, the insignia on the lapel and the close-up of those two flashes, and the detailing looks really, really good, as always. On to the next. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit messy, shall we say, as far as this head sculpt goes. Like I say, only the second time I've seen these photos, and I started to get a little bit nervous, shall we say. I'd seen the prototype shots, and they made me a little bit nervous as well. In this shot here, the eyes don't look right to me. Now, this could be down to the lighting, it could be down to the paint applications, but the eyes look a little bit wonky. As I mentioned before, hard guy to do. I still think, this guy sat next to me on my right here, this is the QMX take on Bones from the original series. And I still think this stands up as one of the best McCoy, DeForest Kelly head sculpts and figures I've ever come across. Something a little bit unnerving about this version here, but we'll move on. It's just in those eyes there at this point. Let's zip on to the next shot. Now, yeah, we're getting more than just 6 hands here, obviously. We're getting the full complement of hands. Well, we're on to the regular 1 version now, so I'm assuming we're going to be getting more hands with the regular 1 version. And it's not just, as I mentioned before there, the away team jacket that looks like it's the difference here. What we're getting here is the medical tricorder, the phaser, and the communicator as well, and what looks like more hands, which seems a bit odd, but yeah, we're getting our first look at that away team jacket, and as with the Savick figure, I think they have absolutely nailed it, that unique design on. The fit and finish on there looks impeccable, from the buckles to the collar itself with that 6 scale yellow zip that flattens down there, all looks excellent, that away jacket. On to the next. Now, this is the regular 1 version, but without jacket, and yeah, pretty much identical to the Kobayashi Maru version, but he's holding the communicator there. Once again, that head sculpt from this angle and this lighting looks pretty good to me. As I say, you've got the whitening at the temples there, you've got the hairstyle is right. It looks pretty good from this angle, not 100%, but very, very good. This is where things really started to look a bit odd to me. We're getting close and full on to this head sculpt, and there's something not quite right there for me. Having, as I say, only the second time I've seen these, I think it's down to the eyes. I think it's down to the proportions of the face as well. Maybe it's something to do with the paint applications as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd be fascinated to hear what your take on this is. As I say, I think that there are already ripples spreading throughout the EXO-6 community on this one as to, is this a hit or is this a miss? I'm like this. I'm probably going to get this figure. Well, no, come on, let's be honest. I will be getting the regular 1 version of this figure simply because I'm a completionist and I want the full complement of bridge crew from Wrath of Khan. But I can't help but thinking I'm going to end up looking at this on the shelf and looking at it slightly sideways. But let's move on, see if things improve. Once again here, from this middle distance shot, looks slightly more accurate to me. That looks a whole lot better. So I'm leaning towards maybe the lighting here. But as I say, let me know in the comments section. And once again, proportions, away jacket, uniform, everything is nailed on. The only real question mark is around this head sculpt. That one is not too good as far as I'm concerned. We seem to be lurching here from what looks very good to what looks not so good. I'm going to have to say it's the lighting on this one, because it looks like we've got a couple of lighting sources going on here, one off to the left and maybe one straight on, but that loses something there for me, that head sculpt. What are your thoughts? But the detailing on the tricorder looks very good, and the hands look excellent as well. The usual suspects, bonework, veins and so on, and we've got to remember the age of the actors at the time. On to the next, a profile shot here. Now, yeah, that's okay as far as I can tell. We're getting to see the hair probably in the most detail that we've seen in any of the shots, and the individual strands are picked out. The colour is pretty accurate, although once again that can vary. There's more grey in there, I feel, in certain scenes in the original movie, but it captures it well with that sort of pointed 90s style sort of sideburns sticking down there, and yeah, overall, well, 80s style, not 90s. But overall, yeah, skin tones and textures look very good. It's just the overall sculpt, and it's nice to see that they've got that Federation patch on the arm there as well. Same details as before, the same close-up of the details, so yeah, identical to the Kobayashi Maru version. We've got the pocket for the phaser there, that redesigned phaser for the sequel, looking very good, and the detailing on that jacket in close. The stitch work is pretty much a given now of being of a high quality with EXO-6, so nothing to complain about there. On to this one. Yeah, once again, I've got the same issues with that head sculpt. I'm like this. It's in some shots it's leaving me cold, in others it isn't. But overall, yeah, proportions are looking fine, as is that communicator. I think that's a great shot. I think really out of all of the shots, that one gives the best account of this head sculpt. Although, and the eyes look right in this shot, so yeah, I'm going to err towards how you light this figure as being very, very important to capture that realism. Maybe the mouth looks a little bit off there, but yeah, let's zip on. Now, I'm gonna move backwards and forwards here between these two shots, because to me that looks like an entirely different figure. That looks very, very good. That looks, well, let's call it what it is. It looks awful. It really doesn't even bear a resemblance to DeForest Kelly. What is going on here? Somebody explain it to me. In the background there, you've got the Savick figure to give it some to place in as well. Yeah, it's just the proportions look wrong on the face there. This might be the lighting once again. There's a shine there that I'm not awfully keen on. It's not getting it for me. It's not doing it for me in that shot. Now we move back to this one, and I'm going to keep flipping again. That looks so different. The eyes on this one look completely off. The proportions look off. But here we're looking at something completely different. So yeah, I'm lost. Somebody please explain it to me. But that looks great. That is a cracking shot there. Once again, we've got him posed here with Savick. That works brilliantly. Something not dissimilar to that will be the setup in my display. So yeah, looking great there with that green flash down the side, Savick's red to contrast. And that's reflected in the undershirt there, that high collared undershirt, which gives a lovely contrast between the figures as well. Another one alongside Savick there, nice pose that one. A sort of upwards and profile shot. That's a cracking shot as far as I'm concerned. Loving that a lot. All the detail is present and correct. That one's sort of halfway for me. That's somewhere between very good and indifferent. What are your thoughts? I really am struggling here to land on an opinion on this head sculpt. The neck looks very good. They've got the aging in the neck quite well there. Once again, not nailed on though at that point. It seems to be straight on, and in certain lighting that it goes south for me. Odd, that one, odd, but I'm liking the pose there and the photography, and that is, I believe, the last of the shots. So yeah, it's a quandary preview from Mr. Go Figure, this one. I'm really not sure how to walk away from this one and what opinion to hold. As I said earlier on in this preview, I will more than like, well, it's a given. I will be picking up the regular 1 version, but I can't help but have some reservations on this one. So, as I mentioned before, let me know in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this? Will you be picking it up? Is it an easy pass? What are your thoughts on that head sculpt? I will be really, really interested to hear your take on that one. And I suppose that about wraps it up for this preview, folks. A very strange preview indeed. What have we got coming up on the channel? Well, in the not too distant future, we've got a new tour video coming up. So everything over here on this side of me, everything on this side of me, everything that you can't see up there and over there and around there will all be going in front of the camera. We've been promising this for a while, but it is in its post-production phase, so I'll be going up very soon. And of course, as I mentioned before, plenty more previews, plenty more reviews, and plenty more other stuff as well. So I suppose all it remains for me to say is a massive thank you for watching, as always, from myself, from DeForest Kelly, the legend that was Dr. McCoy. A massive thank you for watching, as always, and until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.